Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jones now on 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson taking a shot for, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Curtis Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Eagles have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. And we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 56. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. 5 yards, a good run there. And now 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Now Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Eagles 14. Giants 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Credit that break up to Greedy Williams.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now...
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
They run the counter now on first down. He's to the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Giants nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun, Jones. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First and 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
1 yard line.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. With his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Eagles 28, Giants nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, running the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
19-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now, for those who missed it, he had an interception last week, too. When a lineman picks a ball off once, it's news. Back-to-back weeks, it's breaking news.
Look out, ladies and gentlemen. Big man with football. How about that? And look at, you know how happy he is right now? He's going to go to the defensive backs room and practice this week and say, guys, I'm joining your rank.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles continue to roll. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Giants nothing. Jake Elliott to kick.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at about the 31. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Check 56. Get the ball. 56.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Giants.
From the gun, Jones. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Jones. Throwing again. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
1st down.
Took nearly the entire 1st half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Corey Davis as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Hey, watch the slant. 56 to make. Oh, yeah. Oh. 70 ranger. Here we go again.
On 3rd down, Jackson trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, the good news, they got to stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game, because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Samson Abukum drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
At the 24-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
50 seconds,
Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Check, check. Lucky.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants 16. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Completes it to Samuel. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Curtis Samuel, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles are pouring it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Eagles 42, Giants 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Jones on 1st down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, Jones eluding the pressure right. Uncorks one for Davis. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Brought him down.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
And 10 at the 47-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
On third down, Jackson got his target single. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That's good.
That third down conversion, good for 23.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And some room to work. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Jake Elliott on.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw out and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a first down.
New York.
Now Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A first down carry for Barkley. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Jones now throwing on first down. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gano the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Kenny Moore.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
3rd down and 7.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They will find Davis. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught at the 20. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, 51 yards. And the Giants are in for 6. Gano for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Is good. Makes the score Eagles 49, Giants 21. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He's going to try and go deep again. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Deep ball. Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
I'm coming. Out street. Coming. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go. 56 is Mike.
Play action. Now Jackson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Play action. It's Jackson. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire.